Hello, hello. Hello. Sorry, setting this up. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, guys. Hello, and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropean. In today's live video, I wanted to talk about Afrigen. Afrigen, Africa's new version of the snake bite, which is currently being, well, it's in the beginning stages of being mass produced, right? It's the RNA sequencing thing that they're doing here. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a chemist, so I don't know how they do it. But basically that's what they are doing at this present moment. They have built the facilities in Cape Town. So yeah, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be producing the snake bite for the African countries. It's a massive market, which has largely been ignored, hasn't it? Up until now, we've had to take the Sinopec, or whatever it's called, which is the Chinese version. A lot of the countries have been taking the Chinese version, which is bad. It's really bad. It's not like we don't have the expertise, and of course they have the expertise down in South Africa because they've been dealing with gene sequencing, battling the HIV, right, in South Africa, and they've been doing that for years. So some of the best researchers, scientists, doctors, you know, in the field of virology, they come from South Africa. In fact, I don't know if you remember, but if you remember right at the very beginning of the plan, right? You know what I'm talking about? Right at the very beginning, almost 2 years ago now, I remember when they were talking about sequencing the RNA and getting a snake bite already done in South Africa. They were one of the first countries to start actually researching it and you know, putting the beginning stages together to finding the actual snake bite for what should I call it? COVID, whatever. We'll call it COVID. Yeah, finding a snake bite for the COVID. So, yeah, it's on the outside, it all seems very rosy. It seems really good. But then I started doing a little digging. I looked into the people who were behind it. Now, this is South Africa, so I made the assumption it was going to be Europeans that were going to be behind it, you know, the blanks, the Europeans. Europeans, the Afrikaans, that's what they call themselves, Afrikaans. So I figured it would be them behind it. As they're the ones who have the power privately to sort of fund these types of projects. And they would be funding it privately because then they would have a lot more flexibility in where they sell it, how they sell it, and the price they sell it for, you know. So they're not going to go to the government and start asking them for money. Maybe they did, I'm not 100% sure, but I doubt it. Anyway, so is my screen really that bad? Ah dear. Anyway. So I looked into it and I looked at the woman who was behind Afrigen, right? And the woman's name is Terra Blanche, right? Terra Blanche, what a wild name. South African lady, clearly European of descent, okay? and she is, what is she doing? She's trying to get things over the line, right? She's already built the facilities and she's already started the process of making Afrigen, right? When I Googled her name, another Terre Blanche came up. And that's the gentleman that you see on my thumbnail. That person's name is Eugene Terre Blanche. Now, if you're South African, you already know who Eugene Terre Blanche is. He's a neo, and he was a white. I have to say it like this because YouTube is very sensitive. Anyway, so he's one of those people, and what he was doing, he was doing a lot of research himself into how they could get rid of the native population of South Africa. Yeah, we're talking about things like that. This guy was doing it. He was open about it. He said, "Yeah, I'm doing that." You know, these people don't know their place, so yeah, I'm going to do this, do that, do the other. I mean, this is a vile man. Now, thankfully, back in 2012, I remember, 2011, 2012, can't remember, he got taken out by some Zulus. Two Zulu men took him out. They did him proper. They took his, they took those. Yeah, so they really, I mean, literally, they took those. Yeah, it was brutal. So, anyways, so he got taken out about 10 years ago, and yeah, somebody else took over his EWB organization. He has some sort of organization which is a supremacist organization. He does have that in South Africa, of all places. Anyway, so he's not there anymore, but clearly, you know, like I said in my post, there's a chance that this name, Terre Blanche, can be quite, you know, a common name in South Africa amongst Afrikaans people. But many of the Afrikaans have names which are of either not British descent, but mainly Dutch descent. So yeah, they have a lot of those names, Van Vleuten and Van Nistelrooy. I don't know. I'm just naming football players at the moment. They have a lot of those types of people down there. So it could be possible that the name, what's it called? Terre Blanche. The name Terre Blanche could be common, but I've never heard the name before. I've never heard the name, and I think it's a bit of a coincidence that this lady and this guy have the exact same names. Don't you? And it throws a lot of doubt over the snake bite that they are now looking to develop with the British. There's a British pharmaceutical company that they're going to be working with. They're going to be sequencing it with somebody else. They essentially are looking at options. They might sequence it themselves. It would be much easier and quicker for them to do that. Or they can do it under license through Moderna. And if they do it under license through Moderna, of course, it's going to be a lot more expensive, but it's going to be much, much quicker. So if they do it themselves, sequence it themselves, they can really, you know, start focusing on making some waves by producing a snake bite which encompasses all the different variants, including this new variant, okay? So this one could be the one that everybody else in the world wants. It could be the best snake bite out of everybody else, that anybody else has. So anyway, oh, wait a minute. Oh, weird. So anyway, this is, what was I trying to say? The question, boom, sorry, back on track. The question is, would you take it? Would you take the African snake bite? All right? It's a good question. I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. Would you take the African snake bite? I'm going to read your comments and I'm going to say hello to you guys at the same time. Hello, Glitterati Entertainment. Hello, good to see you, girl. Hello, nice to see you. In Movement, hello, how you doing? Nana Ofari, hello. Rwanda now requires, what? Are you serious? In the amount of $180. Rwanda, sorry, Nana Ofi. Rwanda now requires 3 COVID tests within 3 days of entry in the amount of $180. That's wild. 100 people jabbed on arrival to Ghana yesterday. That's a little concerning, isn't it? I thought it's really strange. Yeah, really strange. They are really dragging this law tonight. Yeah, they are. Now they are creating for Africa. And this is the question, you know, a lot of people, a lot of African diasporans have taken the Moderna and the Johnson & Johnson and all these other, you know, the Sinopec, or whatever they call it. They've taken all these other snake bites. So why would you not take this African one? Is it because it's from Africa? Is it because, do you just, you know, do you not trust that the Africans can produce a top quality snake bite? I would like to hear from you guys. I want to see what reasons, if any, you wouldn't take it. If you would take it, tell me why you would take it. I mean, I can answer this question for myself. And for me, I'm keeping things simple. I wouldn't take it, but I just wouldn't take any of them anyway. And I mentioned this Eugene Terreblanche, but that's just scraping, that's just the top off, you know, the barrel. The reality is that I just don't trust the Afrikaans people in South Africa, the European South African people. I don't trust them at all. So when this lady came on, she was on German news today, and she came on German news. Her name is Petro. Cool name, eh? Petro. Petro Terreblanche. So she came on TV and she started talking. I'm like, yo, with this strong South African accent, yeah, so we're going to, I'm like, no, I just, no. It's just, now it's been tattooed into me now that I cannot trust these people, which is a shame, really, in terms of the snake bite, the South African snake bite, because, you know, most of the people that's going to be working on the formulation and the RNA sequencing, all those people are going to be mostly black scientists and doctors and virologists that were going to be working on it. So it's a shame because I should be able to trust these people, but I just, no. It's not that I don't trust them, I just don't trust their bosses. So it's one of those things. Let's have a read what you guys say. 3 tests does seem over the top. 3 tests is wild. Hello, Matifi. It's more focused about Africa. The goal is also to find one for malaria. Do you know what the thing is, Matifi? Matifi. The thing is, they keep trying to push this type of rhetoric about, they keep pushing the word vaccine, what's the word? Vaccine apartheid. They keep pushing that. Have you heard that on the news? You might have heard it. They're going to start pushing that out soon. Yeah, it's vaccine apartheid. This is vaccine apartheid. So you got all these news agencies coming out and using this type of lingo. And it's like, wait a minute. There are so many people of our kin who just don't want it. They're just like, it's not apartheid, just keep it, And they do understand it, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to develop a culture, a need for the product. You understand? Do you remember, like back in the day when they would release a PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, when Sony would release a PlayStation, they would have thousands ready for sale, thousands, but they wouldn't tell anyone. They just leave them there, and they would generate this this want for the product by telling people that the product was scarce. And they always did it around Christmas time. They were like, yeah, I'm not sure if you'll be able to get one. I'm not sure, yeah. Computer says no type thing. They just say no, and then they'd build it up, and then all of a sudden they wouldn't say anything. They would load the shelves with these PlayStation 2s or 3s or whatever. They'd just load them, and then everybody would just start lapping them up. It's the way things are happening now. That's exactly the same thing that's happening. So the media, especially social media, is being used to start a dialogue with the people, to try and generate an interest, to try and push and market this new Afrigen snake bite, so that all Africans will want it, not just all Africans, because I think Africa is the lowest vaccinated place on earth. I think it is anyway. That's what they keep saying, which I think is great news, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, I heard about this movement. A woman died yesterday of the new variant, which is wild because no one. It's not. It's supposed to be mild. It's supposed to be really mild. So I wonder whether that woman had pre-existing conditions. It would be interesting to see what happened. Jab is more focused. Oh my gosh, 3 tests at $60 each. You have to quarantine for those 3 days. Oh man, what is this, Rwanda? Man, I don't know. These people, these ministers, these African ministers, we know what they're like. When opportunity knocks, they do not miss it. And this is an opportunity for people to make money, for them to make money. It just is. It's a crying shame, but it is what it is. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. 10 o'clock. I woke up up this morning at 4:45, and then I went running at 5:30. Got back for 6:30. Took the kid to school. 6:30. Took the kid for got her ready. Took her to school. It's been a long day, but anyway, so I wouldn't take it, right? And I've told you my reasons why I wouldn't take it. I just wouldn't. I don't need it, for one. I don't need it. I don't feel like I need it. It's just my opinion. It's my body. As and when things get better, as and when I see results, some results of, some test results, long-term tests to see whether there is any problems with it. If there's no problems, fine, I'll take it. I trust the science. I just don't trust the people behind the science. I don't trust them at all. So it's one of those things. I cannot think about taking something and putting it inside my body if I don't trust it. Clearly, this is normal. It's a normal way to think, right? Yeah, there are going to be people out there that's going to say, oh, you don't think twice about taking malaria pills. You don't think twice about taking your, mRNA. You didn't think twice about that before coming to Africa. But now all of a sudden, you don't trust the science. I don't trust the science because all those other snake bites have been produced for decades and decades and decades, and they were, you can see now that it hasn't had a long-term effect because they've been giving people those injections for a very long time. A very long time. So, this, you guys are going to have to make your own decision. Let's just say that. You're going to have to make your own decision. Once they sequence it, they will be pushing it hard on the continent. They will be pushing it real hard on the continent. I'm not sure how well they're going to do on the continent, but it'll be interesting to see where they go with it, to see if they perhaps will sell it outside of Africa. Why not? It's going to have be sequenced so that it will take care of all of the current day variants. It's going to be better than everybody else's. You have to make your decision. I've already made my decision. I'm not taking a damned thing. Absolutely not. So I'm good. But over to you guys. Let's see. Who is? Did you just in movement? Cape Town hub is intended to expand access. Are you Googling this in movement? To access the novel messenger RNA technology that Moderna, as well as Pfizer and German partner BioNTech, used in their vaccies. Yeah. Martin Fried. I know. How can Rwanda justify 3 tests? What would you need 3 tests for? I think it's time people, we need to start realizing that there are people out there taking advantage of, of CV. There are people taking advantage of it because, they understand that there is money to be made in it. Remember, there's no money to be made in the cure. But everything else, the masks, PPE, those types of things, selling equipment so you can work from home, there is money to be made. And people are starting to adapt, and they are thinking on their feet. They're being a bit more malleable to change. They need to be. And they're getting to grips with things. It's time for everybody else. You know, you got to look at what they're doing. They're making money from it. This is all about making money. They're not charities. All they want to do is make some money. See what else you guys have written. Yeah, I saw that, Matifi. Olaf in Germany. Yeah. I've seen this. It was just on the news. So what have they done? This new commissioner, you know, this new commissioner for Germany, he's coming and he's going to go ham on those people who have not taken the snake bite there. He's going to go really hard on them. He's already given us a name, and they're going to start pushing it out. They're going to start coining the term anti-vax terrorism, extremism, anti-vax extremism. That's what they're calling it. Man, this is crazy. Anti-vax extremists, you know. He alluded to it in his speech today. I believe he alluded to, hey, we're going to take the next step, but he really didn't tell us what exactly he was planning to do. But yeah, Germany's taking a harder stance. Hello, Annie V. Hello. Yeah, that's the only problem I have, them forcing it on people. I don't think they should. Mr. Untouchable, no African in their right mind should take that. Yeah. I can't speak for everybody else. All I can do is speak for myself. I'm not taking it. But I'm not running around telling everybody, don't take it, don't take it. I'm just leaving people to their own devices. You know what I mean? I don't want to be responsible, you know, if the worst happens. So, all the raw materials for Afrigen are sourced from Europe. I wouldn't be surprised about that movement. V, hi. Hello, Annie V, hello. Mr. Untouchable, what up, Ton? You still making mischief? Yes, I'm still around, Mr. Untouchable. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, to see you. Nice. Ursula Skinner. VA Tech. What is that? You know, I'm not going to start asking you guys who's taken the snake bite and who hasn't. Although that would be interesting for me to hear, to know. What is this? What the hell is this? Sorry. Yeah, it would be interesting for me to hear whether you've taken it or not. But I'm going to leave. Do you know what? It's an important private piece of information. And I'm just giving you my thoughts on it. I just don't... I would take it if it was like Nigerian. You know, if it was a Nigerian-based company, Nigerian doctors, some of the best doctors in the world, Nigerians, right? If they were from that part of the world and they were focused on making some sort of snake bite, I'd consider it. I'd definitely consider it. But it's down there in ZA, it's in South Africa. And those people, there's too much bad people around there. People who've literally been taught, had it rammed in their heads that they are superior than us, you know. So, you know, how could I go and, you know, take a snake bite from a person who went to school in a country where they was actively trying to teach you that they were better than them. Oh goodness. Sorry. I was looking for something then. Anyway, so guys, would you take it? Would you take? I can see no one's answering this question. No one's answering it. Would you take the African snake bite? Yes or no? I've not taken it and don't intend to. Yeah, me neither, Empress Goddess in London. Yeah, Annie V. Yeah, okay. Oh no, okay. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that there's 2 no's. Especially with the viral shedding that happens 2 weeks after. Yeah, exactly. You know? Nah, I'm not doing that. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, they're developing this snake bite at this moment, and they've had time to do clinical trials, to do tests and things like that. And I'm hoping they've done things right. Even if they get things right, I ain't touching it. That's it. I've made my choice, and I'm not going to waver from that. But I don't mind if everybody else does, but I'm just not going to do it myself. Let's have a look. Isatu Space. Yes, my love. Are you talking to me, Isatu? Yeah. So that's good. That's good. And do any of you guys have a problem with the fact that it's made in Africa? Because I know that there are going to be people out there, especially even people our colour, diasporans, who are going to be thinking, I don't know, African snake bite. I don't know about that. You got anything made in, in Europe? You're going to have people who are going to think this way. It's normal. It's normal for them to think this way because of all the bad press we normally get. So, okay. I do hope that this works out well. I hope it works out well, because at this moment, it's not like those. Actually, a lot of these big African countries are getting their snake bites from China for free. They're not paying for it. So I'm not sure how how they are planning to make money, because they're not going to be able to sell it to the African governments, right? They won't sell it to African governments. It's necessary for them to start doing it because they're running out of the snake bites now for the run up to Christmas. So yeah, millions and millions of people. It's a big effort who are going to be trying to take the snake bite before it's the end of the year. Before the end of the year. Let's have a look. Okay. Guys, I just wanted to pass that by you. I am tired. You can probably see that. And I've got all these lights in my face as well. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a day here. But guys, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know what you think. Have you taken the snake bite and do you regret it? Would you have preferred an African produced snake bite? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. I'll be there. Once I get into bed, I always have the iPad with me and I sort of go through everyone's comments. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I feel so tired, man. I wish I didn't feel tired at this time, but I can't drink coffee or else I won't sleep for the rest of the night. Terrible. But anyway, Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you very much for joining. Well appreciated. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Ta-ra a bit. Take care. Thank you for coming. UN, did you know that African leader who is pushing the new draconian laws got paid off? No, I didn't. Which one? Which one? Is it Equatorial Guinea? I wonder which one. About the sea death rate, I don't know. In ZA, no, I don't know it actually. But they're holding up. They're doing pretty well down there apparently. But guys, that's what I'm going to let you know. Just watch out over the next few weeks. They're going to start pushing it. They're going to start pushing it right now on us, you know. And you hear what this Prince Philip or whatever his name is keeps saying, that we need to reduce the population in Africa. Why? We've got plenty of room. We've got plenty of space. We've got plenty of resources, you know. So, yeah, I don't know why he's saying that. So guys, yeah, I'm going to call it quits. Ta-ra. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit. Thank you. Oh dear. Bedtime.